Tom, you got into corporate bookmaking, you moved to Melbourne, you started the online business. Tell us that story.
Yeah, I was probably very lucky. I sort of take it back to when I was a kid. My dad was always pushing me to, whether it was driving a car before I had a license, or I remember him letting me run his bookmaking stand when I'd only been doing it a week, and he went away on a holiday and he basically said, "Oh, you run it, you'll be right." And so he always gave me this, just empowered me with a huge amount of responsibility that definitely wanted me to sort of keep up to the challenge of it. Bookmakers embracing the internet around 2006, 2007 allowed the business to really go forward very quickly. But we found that we were losing market share overall to online bookmakers. So we basically took the profits from what was a good telephone on-course bookmaking business and put it into the internet. And I guess probably the biggest advantage we had were that we didn't have the experience in the online world, and we tried things very differently. But it was also our biggest disadvantage because I was probably 25 or 26 at the time, and you think you know it all. So I basically, everyone we employed in Waterhouse.com, we went from 3 people to 110 people before we sold. We got some really smart, talented people on board, but no one with basically a blueprint of how to run an online betting business. When I first got on board of actually managing the corporate environment and getting it to move quickly took some getting used to, but keeping that and keeping the ability to move fast and to be as quick and as fast paced as we were at Waterhouse.com is something that I push all the time, and we've moved very much in that way of, even though we're a big beast with scale, but really think of being a challenger in this market. And we've dramatically changed as a business. We've gone from really trading and operations type focused wagering background to, we've gone from 38 people in IT and product to now about 170, and we're very much focused on customer experience, innovation, product development, and really we can release daily new stuff to the customer, but we release in a fortnightly cycle to keep in line with Apple.
And how are you looking at the customer? How are you understanding what it is that they want?
So we have a whole variety of things. We use voice of the customer. We go out and speak to different groups of customers. We do online surveys. We have feedback on the site. It's basically, we have whole teams working on different parts of the website, trying to understand what the customer, how we can optimize what we're doing, but also understand what might be something that they haven't even seen before or haven't got before. And we've done that with a product in Australia called Click to Call or In Play. And before you couldn't bet online on your mobile or on your website because the rules were done back 15 years ago. During play. Yep. And you could only do it by telephone. Now our telephone business has gone from quite a big business to basically nothing within William Hill. And so this customer problem of customers want to bet when the cricket's on today or the tennis is on, they want to bet while the game's on. And you might have a 5-day test match and they want to have a bet. And so we had this customer problem of, well, the law actually says that you have to have a telephone call, and the government doesn't really want to tackle a customer problem that we've got, even though
they won't rewrite the laws.
Yeah, even though
every 2 weeks.
What was happening is we were seeing that customers were forced to bet with illegal operators offshore. So what we did is our innovation unit thought, well, how can we tackle this problem that, first of all, brings customers where they're protected betting onshore and with legal operators? How do we solve this problem? And what we did is we came up with using a VoIP technology, yeah, which is a telephone call but allows customers to seem as though they're betting through their mobile, as though they were placing a bet over the internet and over their website.
And does it go to a call centre?